Important win. It's such a hard game to judge. Terrible first half.
Yeah.
Came back in the second, but some really good goals scored as well. What did you make of it tonight, brother?
Bro, it was literally a game of two halves, Terry. Literally a game of two halves. Like, when I saw that lineup, I said before the game, I said, listen, this should be enough to win the game. But I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't happy with Gallagher being in that hole, because I just thought Crystal Palace are gonna play a low block. You know, we've got better players on the ball to him, like Nkuku, you can play there, Palmer, you can play there, Carney that you can play there. And in the first half, if you saw our stats when it comes to creating, they were shocking, bro. They were shocking. We didn't create nothing. You know, there was no shots on target. Even the wingers, Madueke, he was bad. That's probably his worst performance I've seen in a Chelsea top. The other side, the left-hand side, was isolated, weren't doing anything on that side. And Palmer as a 9, it just doesn't work. It wasn't effective. Gallagher in those pockets wasn't doing much. You know, Caicedo on the ball was sloppy. Enzo was trying to make things happen, but it just wasn't good in that first half. The whole shape, the whole structure was all over the place. But in the second half, when he made that change and put Palmer on the right, putting Jackson up top and Nkuku on the left, you saw straight away that as soon as Palmer started to get on the ball a little bit more, we started to create a little bit more. And that right-hand side between him and Gusto, it looked a lot better than the first half. Do you know what I'm saying? Again, Gallagher wasn't really creating much, but what he did do was crash into that box. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that he was doing at Palace. And if you remember on the last stream, I said, bro, if this guy scores more goals from midfield, less and less people will be on his back, because at least he's being effective and he's putting up numbers. If you can't create much, at least supplement that by scoring goals. And that's what he did today. Do you know what I mean? So I can't fault him, because in the first half, he wasn't good, but he wasn't the only one that wasn't good. So I'm not going to blame him. Do you know what I mean? But in that second half, bro, he was good, man. Like I said, finishing the chances the way he did. Palmer getting another 2 assists. Enzo, again, getting another goal. He didn't have the greatest game, but he got another goal for that composure there. So we moved, man. We moved. It was a game of two halves. And in that second half, I think Poch got his spot on with some of the changes that he made. I can't lie.
Listen, much better second half. There's no doubt about it. I mean, you kept the team the same, barring the injury to Badiashile, which is what Chelsea fans have been asking for. So it's just about, the manager kind of did what Chelsea fans have been demanding, play the same players, but obviously it wasn't as effective. Was it frustrating that the changes weren't made a little bit sooner? Because you could see after 15, 20 minutes that it just wasn't quite working. Could he have not moved, could he have not moved Jackson into the middle to give some more natural balance?
Yeah, exactly. This is the thing. He could have done that a little bit sooner. I think with Poch, what I've noticed is that he's not that brave to change things in the first half. Like when something's happening, he waits for half time at least to make that change. So I expected him to make that change at half time. Like I said, bringing in Nkuku on and playing Jackson up top. And yeah, man, Silva at the back, you can see why a lot of fans are saying this guy shouldn't be starting for us week in, week out. Legend in the game, all-timer in my opinion, and a bit of a cult hero at Chelsea as well. The way he's come in with the only team to win him a Champions League after, his 20-year career and whatnot. But he just builds up too slow from the back, Terry. Everything's too, he doesn't play what's in front of him. He will see the pass and then he will just do that with his hands. Start doing that, telling people where to go. And I'm like, bro, just play the pass, man. Worry about that after. Do you know what I'm saying? But like I said, it was a game of two halves, man. And in the second half, Poch's performance was a lot better. And the players, they looked a lot more comfortable with the positions that they were taking up.
Yeah, they certainly did. Winter Surfer, give me your breakdown of today's game.
First half, yeah, he played the same players, but I don't know why. Caicedo was basically a third centre-back in that first half. That first half was just terrible. Second half, he made the changes and we scored right away, but we didn't really pepper the Crystal Palace goal or create enough clear-cut chances. And then, yeah, it's just moments today. That's all it was. It was just moments. We took them, essentially. First of all, I'll always take the win, no matter what. So thank God we got the win. But, yeah, there's still glaring issues, even with the changes that Poch made at half-time. But we said it to you Wednesday. It was like, just stick to the same game plan and let's see what happens. And he didn't in the first half. He didn't stick to the same game plan. Enzo and Caicedo were like islands apart in that first half. But listen, we got it. We got the win. We'll take it. We move. We had to get this win because I don't see us getting anything at the weekend at City. So we move on. But listen, Gallagher got his 2 goals, which was really good. He played good today. But yeah, just moments again today. They didn't see, even after we scored that equaliser, I didn't see what we were doing because we didn't pepper the goal whatsoever.
And do you know what this was similar to, bro? If you remember that game that we won at the Bridge, against Luton. Remember I said to you the performance weren't all that, but we were very clinical in front of goal, right? Similar sort of thing in terms of the chances that we created, and our finishing today was good. Well, Gallagher's finishing today was good. Do you know what I'm saying? It wasn't the best performance, but in that second half, bro, we managed to break down that low block, man. We managed to break it down.
What didn't help was we were so slow in that first half against the part of the bus team. That's what the part of the bus team wants. It wants the opposition to be slow in their passing, whether that's Thiago Silva's thing there or just the initial game plan. I had no idea what we were trying to do in the first half. We were side to side. We had like 90% chances, but they had all the shots in the first half. I mean, what's the point in having all that possession if you're not going to do something with it? And I never understood the game plan. He changed it at halftime. Good on him, and we got the response right away. I agree with you, Terry. I just hope Gusto's not injured because he was very good today, especially in that second half. But yeah, we got away with this. I got to say, we got away with a win today. We'll take it, no problem.
We got away with a win.
Yes.
No, I wouldn't say we got away with a win. Palace didn't.
Don, name me
get away with a win.
Now, after we equalised and before we scored that Gallagher's last-minute goal, name me the clear-cut chances and name me the saves that Crystal Palace keeper had to make today.
Bro, my definition of getting away with a win is if Palace were literally peppering us. I'm coming from the point of we needed to get that win. We got away with it by getting a win. Not that they were battering us. I'm talking about we didn't do enough until the Gallagher scored to get a win, in my opinion. We didn't pepper the goal. We didn't make clear. We didn't hit the post or the bar or anything like that. But can you acknowledge that the changes that Poch made in that second half made us play better?
The changes helped, but we still didn't cut them open. Do you know what I mean? We still weren't peppering the goal. I'm not coming out going, oh my God, that Palace goalkeeper, my God, what a man of match display he had. We still didn't do that. And we had, that's what I mean. Individual brilliance again. Individual brilliance again. We relied on. And we got away with it.
I get what you're saying, but I wouldn't say that this is a game where we got away with it, in all honesty, because again, like I said, we played better in the second half and we created good chances. And again, Gallagher was clinical, bro. I don't think we got away with it today. I can't lie.
Listen, apart from that, between the two goals, for me, there's nothing that I can take from a highlight reel that I go, so close. I wasn't going, oh my God, just that little bit. There was nothing. We approached it. We did what we always do. We get up to the last third of the pitch, the penalty area, and we scuff shots or hit them too slow or they're blocked or something like that. And we hit miss-hit passes here and there.
When you break down the stats from today, just looking at this, so you had 77% of the ball throughout the whole game, but it was 13 shots to Palace, 14 shots to Chelsea. They had 4 on target. Chelsea had 5 on target. It was the inability to create those chances today, which was crazy. And so much of that was, again, I think Wintersurf was right. And you said the same thing, Don. It was the lack of intensity, not moving the ball quick enough in such large chunks of the game. When you consider I know that Villa don't play with a low block, but the speed of play in that game was brilliant to watch. And then to fast forward 5 days, honestly, it was like watching 2 different teams. It really was.
That's what I'm saying. I want to know who actually set us up against Villa, because I don't think it was Poch.
He let someone else do it. Matty, mate, what did you make of tonight, bro?
Do you know what? I mean,
let me just say, by the way, that is one serious quiff.
That is amazing quiff.
That is a serious quiff.
That
Look at that.
Oh, mate. I've taken ages to grow it. You know, I've grown it myself. Just thought I'd let you know. What can I say? I think we just about managed to get away with that today. I felt as though that I was shouting really about Poch, really, because there was no energy from him. I felt like he was just like waiting for a bus half the time. And it was just like, shout at your players, bark at your players, do something. And the first half, it was just, there was no passion in the game, honestly. And when you start Thiago Silva, I want to make this clear. If you're going to start Thiago Silva, no disrespect to Thiago Silva, he's 39 years of age, he's a veteran. Put him with 2 extra centre backs, because then that way he can do his own thing. Instead, all he's done is he's partnered it up with a younger guy. Admittedly, without Thiago Silva, they probably would have had a second goal, Crystal Palace. But I just think that, like Wintersurfer said, he kind of really took what I said. Really, there was no real clear, concise chances from today. And I still think that, I'm not a Poch-in guy still, but I think he's just working with the tools he's been given, really. But I would expect a bit more. But I know we're not going to get a result against City. That's all I'm going to say. So it's very disappointing.
Kieran, how about yourself, mate? What did you make? Do you feel like you got away with it tonight, or is that second half performance something you can build from?
Oh, man, Chelsea stressed me out so much. It's untrue. Honest to God. Can you hear me?
You might
It's a little bit muffled. It's a little muffled.
Oh, he's got the earpods in.
Yeah. Don't do a Matty. Don't do a Matty. Can't hear you, bro. Andrew. Just think whilst he fixes that, Are you saying that we got away with it because of how late we scored?
Yeah, I mean, when I say get away with it, I didn't think we were going to lose. What I'm saying is that we stole a victory from the jaws of a draw. Do you know what I mean? It was like that. I thought it was good. We were going to run out because, like I said, we created minimal half chances. The goal, like I say, we didn't hit the woodwork or anything like that. The goalkeeper wasn't making last-minute saves or anything like that. I think the clearest chance was probably Disasi's header from a Sterling cross. That, for me, that was the clearest chance, and it wasn't even a powerful header. That's what I'm talking about. We didn't listen. I'll take those, no problem. But what I'm saying is, overall, the scoreline will cover the performance, no problem. It will say we scored 3 goals and great. But
do you know what it is for me, Andrew? Yes, because I saw us attacking with a lot more intent in the second half. And if you remember, like even Sterling, he had a chance at one point where Palmer played it to him. All he had to do was just bang it one time, right? And he dilly-dallied on it, and then we lost the ball, right? In that second half, I was seeing us attacking a lot more. It felt like we were going to score in certain parts of the game.
I don't know. I felt like
we were going to score, bro. It's just that final end product from Palmer. Like I said, certain parts not passing it to Nkuku. From Sterling, like I said, not finishing it first time. Yeah. It was poor. The final product was poor, but I looked at that game and thought we're gonna score here. We're gonna score how we play.
Andrew.
Hang on. Let me just
go on.
Palmer got 2 assists, but he was just aimlessly passing the ball into the box. There was no direction.
Yeah, I was going to talk on that.
That's what I'm saying. His end product was poor.
What I'm saying is he was sometimes he was just aimlessly putting the ball into the box.
No, I can't lie.
Sorry.
I hear what you're saying in terms of like we scummy the win, because in the end we scored 2 last-minute goals and we won the game. But what I would say is that what I'm saying is that there was opportunities where if there's a better quality pass from the ball, Caicedo losing the ball in dumb areas, Palmer making better decisions, it was opportunities for us to break them down earlier than we did. There's a few opportunities where I saw Palmer get on the ball, and he wasn't great today. He got 2 assists, but he weren't great. And he just needs to put more power on his through ball and get a shot. Or Sterling needs to take his shot first time. He probably gets a shot on target. And then you've got Gusto on the... He had a good game, but it was a few times he got in the box, and instead of taking on Mitchell, he's going for a cross. So there's opportunities there where those half chances you're talking about turn to opportunities on goal. And then we're sitting here saying, 20 shots on target, or 20 shots, 10 on target, instead of like 13 and 5. So,
but that's the what about is an if. That's
no, but it's
not about if, bro. The end product was poor, bro. It's not about
it wasn't end product.
No, it was end product.
It was end product.
Hang on, it was getting into a position to be end product that I had an issue with. We
were getting in those positions.
It was just aimless. Sometimes it was aimless passing.
No, you can't say that.
I've got disagreement.
Andrew, that's the case, yeah. Don, if that's the case, what Andrew's saying, how did we get those chances at the end then? Was that by accident? So what you're telling me is Palace went, it's 90th minute, let's open up now and concede 2 goals. No. What happened was...
the Palace,
we kept attacking them. Andrew,
let me have a point.
The third goal, their heads had got... The third goal, let's be honest.
No. I'm not
they
talking about
worked
the
that hard, that point. The third goal, their heads were gone. Their heads were down, right?
Okay. I think what I'm trying to say is, and you're missing my point, because I think I agree with Don here. We're not disagreeing with you. We didn't deserve it overall. A balance of play. We got the win. I'm happy with the win, cool. But we're not going to sit here and say we did nothing in the second half. These men just gave up. We were actually creating opportunities. And in my opinion, it was more the lack of quality up front, which is why we didn't create more chances, i.e. score more goals, i.e. more shots on target. And lucky for us, I agree with you, we were clinical at the end. We got the win. Or another day we might not have scored, we get a draw and we're pissed. So what I'm trying to tell you is, I'm not going to sit here and say Palmer had a great game, because opportunities are done saying where if there's a better through ball, better touch, we're in on goal. That wasn't the first time when Enzo scored that we could have got a through ball and scored a goal. That wasn't the first time. These men just weren't clinical up front today. And in Kuka, for example, he wasn't that great today. He had a few touches here and there. He couldn't get involved because of the poor link-up play.
See, when you say clinical up front, that if someone hears that, they would think we would have chances and we just didn't take them. I'm talking about before that. We didn't do enough to get in a chance to get a chance. What I'm talking about
didn't have bare space on the right hand side. Then is that what you're telling me?
And what did we do with it?
That's my point. That's not Poch's fault.
He was whipping it in. He was whipping it in. He was Andrew. You know we barely score any headers. You know we barely got anyone that's good with their head like on in the box.
Listen,
yeah? We were getting in positions. We were getting in positions to create chances, but our end product was
Terry
poor.
read out the stats. Yeah. We had one more shot on target than they did in the entire game. Okay?
Did you see
we've literally just told you why that was. Our end product wasn't great, bro. Those opportunities for Palmer to slip it in, or like Sterling, like I said, to finish, and it wasn't there, bro.
Coming across is that where it's coming across to me is that we did so well, and it was just that little bit extra touch.
Nah. That's where you're not.
Whatsoever.
That's where you're not comprehending what you're saying. That's where you're not comprehending what we're saying. I can acknowledge. Okay, let me.
Extra piece.